BT-22 brings finally more support for Ulforce, and it's really excited to try out. We do have a new Demi Vmon. I was about to say Demi Vmon. Demi Vmon. This one is a promo. I'm not sure how you're gonna get it. I think it's gonna be one in a tournament pack or the store tournaments when you go to locals. And this one during your turn, when any of your blue tamers are played, you get to draw one. This is better because if you think about it, the Arrow Veedramon, you use its main effect to suspend to bring out tamers. And the old Digit that we use when attacking. If you have a blue tamer, draw one. A lot of the times you don't attack because you want to build up, suspend at level 5, and then Digivolve into a level 6 to unsuspend, and then trigger his effects. So a lot of the times you're playing tamers more than you're attacking, if that makes sense. You really attack once you're gonna kind of OTK your opponent. So we are sticking with the 4 promo Demi Vmons. The new Vmon, this card is actually pretty good. It does have a your turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with Veedramon in its name, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So now the secret rare one, secret rare Veedramon will cost 2 instead of 3. So you could play that one if you want. This gold Veedramon will cost 1 from 2 from a Vmon, 1, so you would Digivolve for 1, which is a good card. We'll talk about that card. More importantly, we now have a new way to kind of protect the Ulforce. So all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon with Veedramon in its name would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects. By suspending this Digimon, it doesn't leave. Now, I don't like it because they could still swing over you and you're dead, which I guess that's why you would need Evade still. So it's good, but, you know, the Digivolving still works over it, and DP reduction definitely works against the Ulforce. So you do kind of have a hard time going against like a Kenta. You guys haven't seen that deck profile. It really focuses a lot on DP reduction, so it's kind of a hard matchup. You have to kind of set yourself up and then do what you got to do in order to actually be pretty good. We're still going to use the BT-11 Vmon. This one's going to be your best searcher. On play, reveal 3 from your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Veedramon in its name and 1 blue tamer card among them. So get 2 pieces. This is a kind of a heavy tamer deck, and more than likely you'll always kind of get 2 hits. Inherit your turn once per turn. When you play a blue tamer, gain 1 memory. Really good because that Ulforce, when you play a tamer, now you gain a memory, reducing its cost from 4 to 3. 2 of the EX1 Vmon. This one as an inherit, when your Digimon unsuspends, you gain 1 memory. Kind of keeping that, you know, if you want to keep your turn. Kind of reduce the Digivolution from 4 to 3. And 2 of the starter deck 8 Vmon. This one is the one that allows you to warp into Ulforce if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play. I think it's pretty good because this deck sometimes can brick, especially because the ratios are kind of weird as far as level 4s and level 5s. So it's really nice for you to be able to just go up to a level 6 from Vmon. Although the new Ace is pretty good because you could just drop it since it's a play cost of 7. So you don't really need these at 4 anymore, I don't think. The new Veedramon, at first I thought, okay, it's okay, I guess. You know, you could Digivolve, play, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, play 1 card with Veedramon and its text from your hand without paying the cost. So this limits you. You can't play like the Sora and Joe, you can't play Davis, you know, all the other tamers that you would use in the Ulforce deck back then. It's really restricted for like the promo tie that has Veedramon in its text and the arenas. It is good because when you Digivolve end up playing the arenas, you could either give this one evade and a blocker, or the new arena you could give it attack power, which will give it 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. So it does have its uses, and the inherit is the same as a new Vmon, giving you protection. All turns when this Digimon with Veedramon in its name will leave the battle area by your opponent's effects. Again, doesn't save you from battle, DP reduction, and Digivolving. And of course, we have to play the promo Veedramon. And this one, on playing when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You can get 1 Digimon with Veedramon in its name and 1 blue tamer card among them, return the rest to the bottom. So again, more search power. And inherit your turn once per turn. When the Digimon becomes unsuspended, you gain 1 memory. I was running a split of 10 level 4s, but honestly, I think if you just want to run these 8, you're good. You don't need it. I was running 2 of these, the Ulforceveedramon. My whole reasoning behind this was you have the Armor Purge. You Digivolve for 1 over the Vmon. And then when it Digivolves, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Then if you have a blue or yellow tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less can't attack or block. So I was seeing it more as kind of like giving me more time to build up, or if I needed that extra hit and they have a blocker, if it's a level 5 blocker, you could essentially reduce the DP, and then you can stun it, and then you can swing. So eventually, and then I just dropped it completely, just because I'm like, it's okay, it's doable. Right now I'm sticking to one of the secret rare BT-22 Veedramon. Be a little more aggressive. So when attacking, if you have a tamer in play, you can unsuspend this Digimon, and then with the new Rena, you could give this jamming, which would be good. You would trigger this one attacking first. You unsuspend it, then you trigger the Rena, bring it back to your hand, give it jamming, and add unsuspend. And then you can swing again, since it'll have jamming. And then with the new level 5, at the end of the turn, you can unsuspend a Digimon. And then you can unsuspend a level 5. Inherit all turns while you have a blue tamer in play. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. You don't need to run this. Like I said, honestly, I'm probably just going to end up doing these 8. You can end up running another tamer, level 6, whatever you want to run in that case. But sticking to this, because also you could brick. Even though you do have quite a bit of search in this whole deck, sometimes I'm missing, like, where's level 4, where's the level 5, etc. Let's talk about the new Ulforceveedramon. I'm still kind of going back and forth on the ratios between 4 of these or 3 of these. And I think it just depends on your preference. So you have an on-plane 1 Digivolve. Return one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck, which is awesome. And you can trigger that when Digivolving effect more than once with the secret rare Rena. And then end of your turn, one of your blue Digimon or tamers may unsuspend. So that's what I was talking about. You can unsuspend this at the end of the turn, or you can unsuspend Arena if this is already unsuspended. This one does have a different inherit, as it's level 3 and level 4. All turns, when this Digimon with Veedramon and its name suspends. If you have a blue tamer, this Digimon may unsuspend. So now you can eventually, let's say you do have the All Force. Essentially you could swing. If you don't have blue tamers to play, you have the all turns and you can unsuspend once. It really works more for the new All Force. You could end up unsuspending twice, so you get 3 checks. You could play the Ulforceveedramon that gives you security attack +1 if you want to do that. But I'm sticking to 4 of the BT-11. A lot of the times, even though you have jamming, your opponent is kind of set up to blast and kind of counter. So a lot of times I don't attack. Or basically this one you would use to unsuspend. And now you kind of set yourself up to blast into the All Force. More importantly, there's times where I had the level 5, and if I did attack, they had blockers, or they had a way to get rid of my Digimon. So instead, this one has the effect of, during your main phase, you can suspend it, reveal 3 cards from your deck, add all blue tamers among them. So that's one of the issues that it resolves. Now you can suspend it. The reason why that's important is because of the All Force. The old one we'll get into. He'll unsuspend. We'll talk about it right now. And then here, when attacking, activate one of your Arena on play effect. It's pretty good. This will recycle your blocker and evade, and it will recycle your on play, giving 3000 DP to one of your with Vmon or Veedramon in its name. So that's why I'm running 4. If you really want, you could do 3 and 3, and then one of the Ulforceveedramon that has inherited security attack +1. Which, I don't know, I don't want to say that you don't need it, like you don't, but then you do. Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I would have security attack +1, then you would have closed out faster. I'm going to talk about the old Ulforce first, since I was talking about this level 5, right? You suspend yourself. This one, when you Digivolve, you can play a tamer, a blue tamer from your hand without paying the cost. Then during your turn, when you do play a tamer, you can unsuspend. And that's kind of the whole thing. And then when you do unsuspend, you have your turn once per turn. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended, return one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. For every blue tamer you have in play, increase the level. So now if you have 2, you could bounce to level 5, 3, level 6. So this is why you need a, the deck is kind of tamer heavy for this purpose. And like I said, sometimes it's better to get rid of the body as opposed to you attacking, because if you attack, they can blast. In this case, you do this. You Digivolve, now you have 3 tamers. Even if you have 2, now you bounce to level 5, and they can't blast. And now with those inheritors that you have getting memory back, now you can swing and do what you gotta do. So 3 of those, and I was running 4 of these, but honestly, this card, this new ace, is actually just as good. If not, it can be better. The reason I say that is because if you're bricking, you can just drop this, and it's 7. So it's a counter effect. So with these, obviously if you do that, and if you don't have the Ulforce, or if you want to bait your opponent to attack, now you can just blast during when they attack. And you got to unplay and when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck, or you may play one play cost 4 lower tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. Blue tamer. So it is restricted to blue. The reason why I say that sometimes this one is better is because you might not be fully set up in having the tamers to when you use the old Ulforce to bounce to level 6 or level 7. But then they might have just that one stack of body. And then this just returns one of their Digimon with the lowest level, right? Is it lowest level? Yeah, lowest level. So then you'll just bounce it regardless of the tamers that you have. And then you could recycle using that effect with Arena when you suspend, a secret rare suspend, and then you can trigger that one Digivolving effects all over again. What I do like about this one too is it also has a 1 attacking once per turn you may unsuspend. So this has a built-in 2 checks. So you could do with the secret, not the secret rare, with the security attack +1 inherit Ulforceveedramon, you have 4 checks right here. So which is why it could be beneficial to play as well. So they're doing a split of 3-3, and then 1 Ulforce X antibody, which honestly I might put at 2. I only run 1 because the other slot is for Omni X, which we'll talk about. But I might cut this for 2 of these. Reason is because this is searchable. This is not from your Veedramons and your Vmons. They don't have Veedramon in their name, which sucks. But it's also good. So anyway, let's go with the level 6 here. X antibody. When Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon or one of your blue tamers. It does Digivolve over Ulforce for 1. And all turns, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, if you have a blue tamer in play or this Digimon has Ulforceveedramon and its sources, return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to its owner's hand. Yeah, this might be a better bet, because if you do have the secret rare Arena, and if it's your opponent's turn, you give this blocker. If you end up blocking, you could trigger the all turns of the secret rare Arena, where when you suspend, you can trigger one of their 1 Digivolvings, and then you can unsuspend this Ulforce, be a blocker again, and then since that all turns, you would bounce a Digimon as well. So yeah, I might go to 2 there. Omni X for a level 7. Just because once you do all those swings with the Ulforce, that swing, suspend, you can Digivolve into the Omni X, and it doesn't matter if it passes over. You can give 1 Digimon Rush, and it could attack, and then there you go. It's a very good card. It just sucks that it's not searchable, so I either need to run this at 2 so I don't bottom deck it a lot, or I gotta run 2 of the X antibody Ulforce. The new Arena, honestly 3 might be too much, to be honest, but I do want to see this card, which is why I left it at 3. So this is a memory setter. It'll always leave you at 3, and then when you unplay, one of your Digimon with Veedramon in its name gets 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Really important. This is not going to happen for Omni X, and it's not going to happen for your Vmons. This is just for your level 4s and up. So there you go. Which is good, because now if you combine that with the other Arena that gives blocker, now, you know, your level 4s, like for example, this one could jump up to 9. Now you have a 9 DP champion, and then you can swing on suspend, and then the other arena gives a blocker and evade. The other turn, I thought this was pretty interesting, and at first I kind of didn't like understand, but there's actually a little chain that you could do. So your turn, when one of your Digimon with Veedramon in its name attacks, by returning this tamer to the hand, that Digimon gains jamming for the turn. So on play, give it DP. So at first I thought, I'm like, okay, well, if you get jamming, what does the DP matter? It matters because if they have blockers and they're more than 12,000, then that jamming doesn't matter if you can't even hit. So that extra DP now bumps you to 15k. And now if you swing, you could still do your own suspend and all that stuff. They could block, but now you could get over those big bodies. 4 of the arenas, secret rare, to our proxies because they're expensive. So this one has an on play until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your Digimon with Veemon or Veedramon gain blocker and evade, which these are super important to have if you're playing this deck because you kind of forget if they have it. All turns, when one of your Digimon with Veedramon and its name becomes suspended, by suspending this tamer, activate one of that Digimon's one Digivolving effects. So now that's what I'm talking about. You can recycle all these one Digivolving effects for these, and you can even recycle the new level 5. It's one Digivolving because you know you Digivolve, make swing, tap this, trigger it's one Digivolving, so now you can bounce 2 level 4s. And then it has a your turn once per turn. When one of your blue Digimon becomes unsuspended, gain 1 memory. This, it's good if they leave you at 1 and you have this one and they left it there suspended. When it unsuspends, since it's your turn, these will trigger and they'll give you memory. They'll also trigger when that Ulforce digivolves, reducing the cost, you know, from 4 to like 3, 2, depending how many you have. 1 Sora and Joe, which kind of want to run it too. This card is actually really good. It'll help strip protection if your opponent has protections like barrier. If you're going against like a Gaiomon, they have those Greymons with the inherits, you know, trash to the same level and they could stay on the field. Really good for trashing, which I might want to do too. The reason I don't is because of the searching for it, and you can't, there was something else you can't do. Yeah, this is really the searching for it, and you can't play it from the level 4, which kind of sucks. So you can't play it from that Veedramon because that has Veedramon in its text, which obviously it doesn't. So I'm running at 1, could run 2 if you want, but then I'm running 1 of the Tai Kamiya V-Tamer. This is a promo. This one is searchable and you can play it from this because it has Veedramon in its text. Honestly, I think I'm just running it more because it's a low play cost tamer. So when you end up going through the arenas and you have no more tamers to play, you know, if you're at 2, you can just think of like a hybrid free game. I'll play this for 2 instead of digivolving over it. It'll unsuspend the Ulforce, and now it can attack. Another thing is this has the main effect if you have a Digimon with Veedramon in its name. You may suspend this tamer to activate one of the effects, which is either draw 1 or give that Digimon 1000 DP. So now you can also, this, yeah, it's going to give you DP, but this could give you the extra 1000 that you need to go over it if you, for some reason, don't have that. Options are a little, I don't know. So I'm running Blue Memory Boost. You kind of want to see this get hit more in the security. Or late game when you have tamers in your hand and you're just missing Digimon. Because it's going to bottom deck all your tamers, and that sucks. So reveal 4 cards, add 1 blue Digimon, return the rest to the bottom. And then next turn delay, trash it, gain some memory, can help you if you get stuck. And we're doing 3 of the mental training. Because of the searching, it doesn't matter what card pops up, you can get a blue card. So now you could actually pick up the Omnimon X. More importantly, you can pick up option cards and you can pick up any of the tamers, which is why we're running more of these than this. Sometimes I feel like this might need like a quick removal, like maybe like a Kakaitis. If not, maybe like an Ice Wall. But it's hard to run those cards in this build because of your searching, and then it bottom decks anything else that isn't Veedramon, or, you know. So it's a fun deck. So don't forget you can pick these up at my Etsy shop. Link is in the bottom if you want to pick up the keywords and some quick DP power counters. This might be one of my last videos that I will do in probably about a month or so. Hopefully not, because my daughter's about to be born, so I'll be a little busy there. If you want to follow me on that journey, I did start a YouTube channel and all social media under my name of my whole dad fatherhood experience. So it's going to be something. I'll see you guys there.